My name is Yoshiyuki Ando and I live in Tokyo, Japan. I would like to introduce my idea about gravitational wave and a new force. This is very famous Maxwell's equation. The light speed equal this formula. He showed from this equation that electromagnetic wave has a light speed, and this parameter are the component of this force, electrostatic force and magnetic force. Electromagnetic wave has the light speed and the transverse wave. And recent study, gravitational wave looks to have the light speed and also transverse wave. Then both electromagnetic wave and gravitational wave has similarity. Then assume the same equation of this to this, and also introduce a new force Fs. This is Newton's law of universal gravitation, but this formula to modify, to adjust the same style like this, and this G equal universal gravitation constant. This C is the light speed, and this small g is this. Then this A equal this formula, and value is this. Therefore, new force Fs equal this formula, and finally this formula. And this S, small s, large s dimension will be this. This is the area speed. And next, evaluate this new force for the case of the planetary motion and electron in hydrogen atom, assuming this S and small s are area speeds of cross-section area rotating on its axis. The first study is compare universal gravitation and new force between the Sun and each planet. Universal gravitation between the Sun and Mercury using following table data for mass we can calculate, and that value is like this. And next, new force between the Sun and Mercury using following table data. New force Fs equal this formula, this, and assume this S and small s are this formula, assumption. S for the Sun equal this formula and this value. Also S for Mercury equal this value. Therefore, new force Fs equal this formula, and value is like this. Compare this result and universal gravitation value. The range is around the same. Other forces between the Sun and the other planets are calculated by the same, and the result is like this. This is for gravity value between the Sun and the planets. This is new force between the Sun and planets. And above evaluation looks to be varied widely for each planet case. But this evaluation is based on one example and no consideration about the effects of the satellite and its shape, orbit inclination, and rotation direction differences. Also, what is this area speed s? We assume this formula. But this is only one assumption. Then new force and the gravity will be more balanced when all conditions like this is adjusted. From these results, current theory, the centrifugal force is balanced with gravity will be maybe restudied. Next study for this new force is the electron movement in a hydrogen atom. According to the Coulomb's law, the force between a proton and an electron is electron Coulomb force formula like this, and the result is this. For a new force, assume following conditions. The first one is electron radius equal this value. This is rather smaller than current estimation. Based on this assumption, the cross-section area equal this value. The second assumption is electron is rotating on its axis. The third assumption is its period time is the same as the orbital rotation time of the electron in the hydrogen atom in its ground state. From this formula, Dobrow's formula, and R equal this Bohr radius, period time T equal this value, and this H equal Planck constant. Then from above this assumption, S value for electron is this, and the fourth assumption is S value S for proton. Assume S for proton equal S electron X mass ratio between electron and proton. And this result will be this. And this MP is mass of proton and this value. And ME means mass of electron, and the value is like this. Then finally, new force Fs equal this formula, and the result is like this. This is just Coulomb's force. In case of above assumption from the first to fourth. But the period time may be twice from the spin quantum number 1/2. In this case, assume orbital rotation time. From above study, planet movement and electron movement, this new force looks reality, and one of the candidate so-called dark energy. Thanks.